Good afternoon, classmates. I will talk about educational assessment. Educational assessment that is known for educational evaluation. Two is a systematic process and is used for documenting. These include knowledge, skills, attitude, and sometimes beliefs. This is used for improve student learning. Assessment establishes a form to evaluate the knowledge of students. We have five types of assessment. The first is placement, formative, summative, and diagnostic assessment. The second is objective and subjective. The third is referencing. The fourth is informal and formal, and the last is internal and external. The first is a placement, formative, summative, and diagnostic. The placement assessment is used to place students in their place according to prior achievement or personal characteristics. These assessments are not graded. Formative assessment is generally is carried out, thought out, and or a course or project. This assessment helps to learning in the student. Summative assessment are evaluative and is carried at the end of the course or project. And the last is a diagnostic assessment. It deals all the difficulties that occur during the learning process. The second is an objective and subjective. Objective assessment is a questioning which has only one correct answer, and subjective assessment is a questioning that have two or more correct answers. The third basis of comparison is we have three types. The first is a criterion references assessment. It's using when candidates are measured against criteria. The second is not defining criteria. It's a form to comparing a student, and the EQ test is the best knowledge example for this type. And the third is a ipsative assessment. It's a self-comparison. Here you can comparative to other domains within the same student. Now, informal and formal. Formal assessment implies documents, quiz, tests, and is given a score or grade. And the informal implies observation, checklists, rubrics, portfolios, etc. And the last one is internal and external. Internal assessment is marked by the school, and the external is established by governing body. And that's all.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to talk about electronic assessment. Sorry for the diapositive. Electronic assessment is known as e-assessment, digital assessment, online assessment, and computer-based assessment. So we can use e-assessment of information technology in assessment. The use of word processor for assignment to on-screen testing. When you are using e-assessment testing or testing, you can use multiple choice testing, online electronic submission, computerized adaptive testing, and computerized classification testing. So as you know, multiple choices is the most popular when the teacher is making an exam, and also it's easy for students to answer. Then the assessment purpose, there are two kind of purposes. The first one is a formative assessment and is also known as assessment for learning. And it is to measure where students are in their skills or knowledge. And also when you are using formative assessment, you can provide a feedback to um, reinforce the information that your students didn't understand. And in the summative assessment, that is also called assessment of learning, that this is the difference for and of, provide a quantitative grade at the end of the course and the end of the course. Also, these kind of exams, boards are awarding organizations delivering high-stake exams often find to journey from paper-based exam assessment to fully digital assessment along one. So you can use summative assessment when with your paper and pencil exams. So it's like an extra, to be more innovative. The types, well, you can use e-assessment in an independent work. It is because most of the students will not complete assignments unless there is an assessment. In in this case, we are talking about motivation, because if your students are not motivated uh, to do the task that you are asking for in any platform, your students will not complete uh, that. So it is also it it is a instructor role to catalyze students' motivation. So it is very important that you um, encourage your students to work, to learn more. And also, you can provide feedback that it is the key when you are using independent work. And also, we have group work. Students can be evaluating using a collaborative learning model where tasks are assigned the and the instructor is involved in decisions. So when you are working in a group or in teams, um, you are using what is called um, constructive 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 methodology. Because the students give their ideas or whatever. No? And well, that's all. I hope you can understand our presentation, and have a good day. And thank you.